Boy, it feels good up in here. I got an AC unit up in here now and testing. Let's talk about a couple of things. Can you hear the AC unit in the background? How loud is the AC unit? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and I got a window unit. Yeah. All right, we got to cut that off, and I'll check it while editing the video how noisy it is, but if it's not too noisy, that joint's going to run all summer. Slide in here between these lights. Yeah, it's going to heat up real quick. Shh, we're filming quiet on the set. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Friday as I film this. It's the start of Memorial Day weekend, and I believe that that's also the start of the summer. I believe Memorial Day weekend is the official start to the summer, maybe the unofficial, not necessarily sure. But it's thinking about Memorial Day weekend that brings us to the topic that I want to share with you guys here today. My God, it is already scorching up in here. There is no insulation holding that cold air in here. The best part of waking up is prison in your cup. I'm kidding. That was in my head when I was on my way out here to film this. What is the best time to be locked up for in prison? Is there even such a thing? No, there's not. If anybody ever asks, you know, which they never do, Joe, is there like the best time to be locked up for? Well, no time is any time that you want to be locked up for. I hope that made sense. But if you do got to be locked up, what part of the year is the best to be locked up for? And in my personal opinion, there may be others who disagree and have other things to say. In my personal opinion, I truly feel like it's the summertime. I'm going to explain why I feel that way here in this video. And it's with all of that being mentioned that what do you say we go ahead and we die? That's me bowing down to that window unit AC flexed right there. Head first up into this video. Folks, I am feeling it this morning. This is the first of 3 videos I'm going to attempt to film back to back. And it's usually, anytime I film videos back to back, the first video always goes the hardest. The second video, not so much. The third video is usually, that was weird. Yo, no bullshit. It is really already hot in here. And that AC's been running all morning. That thing ain't doing shit. Yeah, you don't really realize how important an AC is until you ain't got one. Especially when you ain't got no AC up in the whip. That's the worst. When you got that 455 AC up in the car, 4 windows down at 55 miles an hour, that's the only AC you got? If there is a good time to be locked up for, I truly feel like it's summertime. And again, if you have to be locked up, I'm not telling anybody, you know, it's summertime. I'm thinking, you know, Joe said it's the best time to be locked up for. Let's go commit a crime. That's not what I'm saying. But if you do have to be locked up, the summertime, in my personal opinion, is truly the best time to be locked up. And the reason that I feel like that, and I'm gonna start with the most important. Now, this could be different from state to state, and if it is and you know different, please comment down below and let us know. But here in this state, Virginia, in the wintertime, you don't get as much rec outside yard time as you do in the summertime. And when it does become summertime, it might even be Memorial Day weekend where it actually kicks off. It could have been earlier this year. I don't know. Maybe COVID changed things. It probably did. But you got that summertime later in the evening rec time. And man, there ain't nothing like that. You want to talk about a major stress reliever, to be able to go to rec more often, to be able to go to rec all the time is the best type of time to serve in prison. If you're at an institution where you can go to rec all day long, all night long, or at least until lockdown, yo, you can't get no better than that, because rec is going to do so much for you. It's going to keep, oh my God, it's just going to be a major stress reliever. Let's start with that, because there's other things to mention as we move further into this video. I can remember many a time in the summertime, whether at Indian Creek or at Haynesville, the 2 level 2s that I served time at, And at both of these prisons, you got more wreck than at the level 1, which was crazy. It's just because they were short-staffed or didn't have as much staff, or a lot of the staff would go out on road crews. I mean, level 1s here in this state are mostly work centers and road camps. You're gonna be working, and you ain't gonna be getting as much wreck as you're gonna be going outside the fence, under the gun, working cleaning ditches, or picking watermelons and cantaloupes and heads of lettuce out of a field, working on a farm. They're gonna drag you at them level 1s. But I can remember many a times in the summertime at those level 2s, walking back from dinner time from the chow hall, and man, just thinking about that evening rec that you're about to get, or maybe you get you some evening gym time, and you're coming back and you're watching as the sun is setting. There ain't nothing more romantic than watching the sunset from behind that razor wire fence and that gun tower right there. I'm kidding. But it kind of like, it's hard to explain it. For me, it would always humble me, because I would just see that and I would become so at peace. Even in prison, on the boulevard, when you better watch out for a knife attack or getting jumped or some sort of gang retaliation or whatever the case may be. You see that sunset and you just get to thinking, I would get to thinking, damn man, I can't wait till I get back out there. Now, it wasn't every time that it would be like this for you, because there would be some times when you're watching that sunset thinking about, damn, I wonder what she out there doing and how many she out there with this time. This time is gonna be different, is what you would always say. But for the most part, and mostly in the summertime, you would see that sunset, and whether you're out there on that rec yard, rec's almost over, you're exhausted, you done ran off all of that stress and got all those crazy thoughts up out of your mind because you had something to take your mind up off of those type of things, and you're watching as that sun setting, thinking to yourself, yeah man, when I get back out there, maybe you're walking the track with your homeboys, chopping it up, kicking the bobo, talking about what you're gonna do when you get back out there. Man, the summertime just makes it feel like, yo, it won't be long, even if it will be. And that doesn't apply to everybody, because if you got a life sentence, well, you're not gonna be thinking none of that. Another reason why I feel like summertime is the best time to serve while locked up is because you're looking for any excuse to say that time is moving at a rapid clip, right? So in the summertime, you're like, yeah, man, summertime, boy, we're about to get that evening rec. Yeah, the year is halfway over, boy. Hey, I ain't got nothing but 4 and a wake up. No, not 4 days, 4 more years in another summertime. That wake up, I meant. Yo, you're gonna be feeling like the year's flying by, and in the summertime it will, because again, mind's gonna be kept up off of the things that are gonna slow your time down, thinking about that girl, thinking about them uncontrollable things that you just got no control over while you're serving time. Another thing that makes summertime the shit in prison, I'm talking about the best of the best. Creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. I rise to the top. I never eat a pig because a pig is a cop, or better yet, a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Try to play me out like if my name was Sega. I don't know where that came from. Jump around. But another great thing about the summertime in prison is with the commencement of the summer evening rec, yo, the sports be jumping. Football's in the off season. Basketball is, what, we're getting closer to the finals, right? We're in the playoffs now. Hockey is, yeah, hockey's almost at the Stanley Cup right now. Sports is about to be dead. You got baseball. Professional sports is about to be over with. But them prison sports, boy, that softball, that volleyball down there on Cracker Beach, getting a suntan out there with the Daisy Dukes on, dudes sitting out there laid out like they at the beach, or maybe going on a picnic with peaches. Yo, you got the basketball league, the soccer league, the softball league, the volleyball league, the horseshoes. Sports in prison in summertime, Kobe, straight jumping like a jump shot. Now, with everything good, there's always some bad, and I gotta mention this as well. You know, even though you're gonna get that evening rec and the sports are gonna be jumping, there are certain things that could hinder that best part of the year in prison, such as heat advisories. If it's too hot outside, they might not want you going outside, so they might cancel rec. Or maybe they don't cancel rec, but they tell you you can't ball, you can't play no sports, it's too hot, don't be going out there running. You know, there's some dude, I mean, you got the most physically fit dudes in prison. And some of these dudes can go out there and run from the beginning of rec till the end of rec, laps around the track. You're talking about running for like an hour plus straight, maybe 2 hours. God only knows how many miles that is. But you will have heat advisories that might cancel rec. And then you might have them shithead guards who want to, try to go on their little power trip, and you might say the wrong thing that strikes them the right way, and they like, yeah, rec canceled. Y'all ain't getting no rec tonight. Y'all on lockdown because of what little Dookie Stain said. Yeah, jump him. Please, I don't like him, says the guard. Guards are oftentimes scared of inmates. Crazy. But let's get back to the positive, right? Because that's what this is all about, the best time in prison. What else comes along with summertime? Now, I've never really seen this. I've only seen one of these things I'm getting ready to share with you guys. But at some prisons, and I guess it was a lot more back in the day, like at the level ones, or maybe the higher levels as well, but I know it was a lot more back in the day. In the summertime, you get things like Family Day. When your family can come up there, a lot of taking place on Family Day, that's what I heard. Barbecues, like prison barbecues. They'll have the barbecues out there. You can get you a hamburger and a hot dog. And I never saw either of those two things right there, the Family Day or the barbecues. And maybe in some cases they were the same exact thing. On Family Day they would barbecue. But one other thing that I did see was Field Day. Now Field Day reminds you of like elementary school, right? When you're doing the sack race. They do have the sack race in prison, but it's a totally different thing than when you was in elementary school. Yo, they'll have Field Day in prison. Now I've only experienced this once, maybe twice, but it was at Indian Creek. And the thing that was so crazy about Field Day was you had all the counselors out on the rec yard, all the civilians, they was out there, right? And I mean, this joint was kind of like the club out on the rec yard. When dudes found out that them female staff members, them counselors especially, most of them fresh out of their bachelorette at ECPI, no disrespect, I'm not trying to make fun of that, but I'm pretty sure that that's all you would need. Dudes found out these female counselors was gonna be out on that rec yard. Yo, this joint went from Field Day to like Spartan, like Gladiator. Dudes were trying to kill each other out there. The races, like the foot races, out of control. Dudes trying to take their shirts off. You wasn't allowed to do that, but they was trying though, pulling the shirt up. And you got these girls just straight. Yo, these women, not all of them, but a lot of these young chicks, they ain't never experienced no shit like prison before. So coming up in here, this is not only just a shock. The world is that? What is that, a earthquake alarm? Is that a tsunami coming? Shit sounds like a train. Ain't no train tracks around here. Yo, these chicks, man, they was goo goo gagas for some of these prisoners, and you had a lot of relationships that jumped up in the prison, not just during the summertime, all year round with them female counselors. I ought to do a video just on them specifically. If you'd like to see that, please leave a like on this and I'll make that happen. But Field Day, another thing that would take place during the summertime. And really what that was just a chance to show off. You had the basketball games jumping out there on Field Day, soccer, frisbee, horseshoe, I mean everything. It was like the best of the best. And man, dudes put on solely for them women. Now I'm kind of going back and forth between like the good and the bad, so I want to incorporate another bad about summertime. I kind of feel like, and again, this is probably just a personal thing, from myself experiencing this and seeing others experience this as well, but it kind of feels like in the summertime, yeah, you're getting that extra rec, and maybe you might be able to eat an ice cream sandwich out on the rec yard. I ain't never seen that, but kind of sounds like something that would happen. In the summertime, I feel like visitation kind of slows down a little bit. Like, your girl, she gets a little more busy. I tried to tell you, I got to work this weekend. You have worked every weekend. Won't they give you some time off? Won't they? No? Did you send that at least? You did? Oh my God, I know you're cheating on me. I've seen visitation slow down. I've actually gotten one of the craziest visits, a couple of the craziest visits I ever had during the summertime, but neither here nor there with those. I've mentioned those in previous videos. You need that extra rec and that opportunity to be able to go out there and burn off all of that stress because of situations like that, like the fact that that phone might start getting answered a little bit less. Yo, shorty got shit to do. It's summertime. It is Memorial Day weekend. You already know where she's at. She's at the BDC. And if you don't know what the BDC is, you ought to look it up because it's the big club. That's where she's at with Jody and Sport Coat. I forgot about old Sport Coat. Somebody had mentioned that recently. Same exact thing. Jody, Sport Coat, the man out there with your girl at the BDC. And even if you don't get jiggy with rec or the sports while in prison, you're definitely going to be an outcast, potentially paying for protection if you don't. Because people are going to be like, damn, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? We got outside rec, we got evening time rec, and you ain't going to rec? Even if you don't get jiggy with the evening rec or the sports or anything like that, summertime in prison can still be a really great thing for those who don't rock with that, because of the fact that most all of the prisoners are going to be outside. So, you know, during rec time, that might actually be the only time when you can actually get a little bit of peace of mind. You've got less prisoners in the housing unit. Maybe that's your opportunity to slide up into that back shower, put that flag, pull down, handle your business. Tattooing's jumping in the summertime. Prisoners are able to get from building to building because of that more movement, with the rec yard being open. Summertime is just better if you gotta serve time. It could even be the food that they served. You might even get a little bit more fresh fruit. You might even get a little bit more fruit on the tray. I've seen watermelon served during the summertime. I've seen the carrot and apple salad. I don't remember what that shit's called, but that shit is good. If you got a job and you're at a low level like a work center or a road camp, summertime might not exactly be your favorite if you're out there getting dragged in some sort of a field working on a farm crew or out there cleaning up ditches. But then again, if you are out there cleaning up ditches, 9 times out of 10, you're on the side of an interstate. You got them girls driving by with their halter tops and their bikini tops on going to the beach. Yo, there go my girl right there. Who was that man in the passenger seat? Hey, dog, he wasn't in the passenger seat. He was driving. He was driving her Chevy Cobalt. Cobalt? Whatever that car is. You know, I feel like there's a lot that I'm forgetting about summertime in prison. I may need to go back to get refreshed on the topic. But if you can think of any other things that make summertime in prison good or even bad, comment down below and let us all know. Or if you feel like there's another part of the year that's better, the winter time, because shorty bundled up out there, snuggled up next to that telephone receiver, leave a comment and let us know. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about this. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace! Yo, it is smoking in here. Turn that AC back on. There she go, right there.